Go ahead and give it a second so people get in the live. You know how that works. You know that same little talk or little. No, I'm gonna prove to you. That's all bullshit. All right. Let me prove to you. That's what I like. I'm coming here to talk social media. I was gonna put exposing social media, but since I'm sponsored by Walmart, I'll probably maybe shouldn't do that shit. But we are gonna show you that it's all the sauce. Creative Concepts was popping. If you are a brand or you are a business, you need to listen up, listen well, listen tough, listen like the toughest you've ever listened, because this applies to you. If you're on social media, you're doing any of this, it applies to you. I'm sorry, this is not personal, this is business. Personally, I don't know who you are, you don't know who I am, but when it comes to business, the importance is the number. So me just saying that with 4, people are like, man, this guy is tripping. He probably just started. I'm 12 years in. He just probably just, I'm retired. I have over 5,000 sponsors. As you can see, I'm sponsored by Walmart. So for me, I want you to understand that this number has been shifted, and you're able to shift it and move it anywhere, any way. The BBBs, Trip Advisory, all of it is fabricated. As you can see, I just called up my posse. We could make this number say anything you want at any moment, anytime. And now people come in. I tell them to go run in the morning. I tell them to eat their salad. Get the fuck out of here. Fat people eat salad. Fuck out of here. I don't want to do nothing you do. Whatever you do that got you there, it is shit. I don't want to do none of it to get me here. You know what I'm saying? One of those things. But I do want you to know that I'm in these chats watching these people. I'm watching these rappers battle for who's better. I'm watching them share. I'm telling you, if we're human beings as a collective entity, why are we battling against each other? Why can't we just have equality? Why can't we be equal? Why can't everybody be equal? Right? And what this is going to come down to is this morning I was contacted and someone sent me like a men's retreat or something. I already have plenty of retreats planned, plenty of retreats ready. I'm like the Russell Brand, Wim Hof, Goggins, whatever his name is, combined all into one, because what I preach and teach, when you go to these retreats, it's very selfish. You're going there for a very selfish reason. So the things that you're taught, you're learning it for yourself, and hopefully you can bring it back to the posse, the tribe, the community, whatever. I have information that even those people that are teaching those events need to know. Like, yes, their clients need to know, but they themselves need to know. So I think it's very eye-opening. It's very... I don't see too many people, besides if you go to a retreat and you go to ice bath and you spend the night in the dark with your eyes closed and you try ayahuasca and fucking psychedelics and you're just reaching for these personal experiences, right? Because whatever happens to you there personally does not affect somebody else. I think you still need, in my perspective, the information that you still need before you're applying other information or what you think you know to other people's lives. Regardless, because if you do tell someone to do something that they're not used to, regardless of what it is, the quote is, you suck at everything you don't do. And if you're not educated on the rules of Earth, the rules of the human body, then you are going to do a lot of things improperly. A couple examples would that be is opening a door. When you open a door, the anatomical position of man is palms facing forward. So if you've ever opened a door reaching up, you're wrong. You should be opening doors with the palm facing up, pulling this way, not pulling this way. I see it every day going into the gym. I watch people reach up, immediately rotate their shoulder girdle, which is supposed to be externally rotated. I watch them. So if you're driving a car, a taxi, a bus, if you're doing anything that's immediately rotated, if you're on your phone, if you're playing video games, those are man-made situations. You have to apply and understand that there are rules to the body. It's physics. Why are there rules to the body? Because you live on Earth. You don't live on Venus. You don't live on Mars. You don't live on Pluto. You don't live on Venus. You don't live on Uranus. You don't live on any of that stuff. You live on Earth, which means you must understand the rules of Earth, which is atmospheric pressure, 14.7 grams pushing down on your head all times. Imagine, your head is not weightlessness, it weighs. So if you relax your occipital ridge, which are connected to your erector muscles from your back, your head will fall. If you're standing up and you relax your quads, your body will fall, right? So imagine just standing there. If you don't consciously understand that the atmospheric pressure, which is the rule of Earth, is pushing on your legs, which is supposed to be capsizing your body, all this anterior and posterior pelvic tilt, all those are rules. Before you drive, before you make money, before you eat snow cones, before you create a brand, none of that, before all of that, before you even invite people to a retreat, before all of that, you, your family, and everyone you love needs to understand the rules. So it's on we're on this cellular molecular level of this. So your retreats and you learning how to do sit-ups and burpees and whoa. That's so far into the man-made position that you're not understanding the basic concept of life. So that's why a lot of people are miserable. They can't sleep. Like, I watched the world's best CrossFit athlete sit there behind a camera saying he can't sleep at night. Are you fucking kidding me? So you decided to be the world's greatest athlete, learn all of these books, all of this stuff, but you failed to just learn the simple physics of like human being on Earth. Atmospheric pressure, fulcrum, kinetic chain, proprioception. Those are rules that apply to Earth against what? Everything. Bodies, animals, objects. Like, those are rules. So since you're in a human body, you're not a robot, you're not an AI, you're not a dog, you're not a cat. You have rules to the human body. When things bend, it's called fulcrum, right? So you wonder why, if you hold something out in front of your body, why does your shoulder hurt? Because this is the fulcrum of where the pressure is. Pressure. The farther you get away from the center line of gravity is the farther it hurts. That's why, how do you relieve the pressure on the arm? You tuck it in. How do you relieve the pressure of the arm again? You tuck it in closer. You could hold something here all day. You are not holding something here all day like that. But there's a rule because of that. Not because you can't hold something there all day. No. A jab. What's a jab? You are not a boxer. I'm not a puncher, but what's a jab? It's an action in the body that you apply these rules. That's how you throw a jab faster. I'll beat the shit out of you. And I don't even have a boxing class because I know how to fight. I know how to fight because fighting's what? Fighting's an action. What's an action? An action's in the movement. What's a movement? Muscles connected to bones. Tensegrity model. I'm a fucking scientist. So I don't know what the fuck y'all been doing out there or who y'all been paying money to, but damn, my quote goes like this. You think you're loved until you're truly loved and all the hate is exposed. Trust me, I make you think about your entire families, your friends, all them therapists, everybody who's ever spoke to you, that gave you information that is man-made situations, has gotten you where? I got 3 world records. I've written 8 books. I flew around the world for free. I've trained professional athletes. I've done all that. I ain't got no personal trainer license. I'm not your fucking trainer. What the hell? I would destroy you if I trained you. You would call HR on me immediately. I train trainers and I teach teachers. Why? Because I go all the way down to the man-made shit. I eliminate whatever's man-made. Cool. We're not here to judge each other. There's 8 billion people. If you say we're not here to argue, we're not here to judge, right? So if you're like, yeah, I'm strong, yes you are. I'm weak, yes you are. You got a headache, yes you do. I'm not here to argue with you. All them other things, I decided, like, okay, dictionary is a man-made thing. That's words we use for communication to comprehend. Okay, so I'm not using some of these words then. I don't like hate. I don't like racism. I don't like pain. I don't like hungry. I don't like don't. I don't like won't. I don't like can't. I don't like later. I don't like any of that. I don't use those words. So when you talk to me about with those words to try to communicate, to comprehend something, I don't listen to you. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't use those words. Like, those words, I'll put in a box. I chain that shit up. It's in the Marianas Trench. It's done. It's gone. The deepest hole on earth. You can never get the shit back. It's gone. Right? So I don't understand when you're like, I have pain. What? I've broken a femur. I got 2-tone rotator cuffs. I got two plates and 10 screws in my arm. You can only bitch to somebody who is doing less than you. You can't bitch to someone that's doing better because they've already got past all their trials and tribulations. You think I want to hear about your elbow pain? Or do you want me to talk about my snapped arm pain? What are we going to do here? Are we just comparing stories all goddamn day long? No, it's man-made. That's not what I'm talking about. Let's go back. Let's go back the lessons that you learned. I've written books after I broke my arm. Did you write a book after you rotated your wrist or snapped your ankle? Have you written a book? Have you wanted to change humanity from it? So we're on 2 different levels. Right? Like 2 different sides. I'm left-handed. My brain works the opposite direction. I'm an artist and I go through and I cut through a bunch of BS so you guys don't have to. That's what I'm here for. Somebody asked me for a book today. Of course you could have my books. You could have everything. Why? Because you guys share motivational memes all day and you're not motivated. You share stuff all day through living vicariously through others. I have my own quote book. I don't share memes. I don't share quotes. I have my own. I have a quote book. 200 quotes. You can only lie to someone who doesn't know the truth. Start seeking, start wanting knowledge. I go through all my quotes, all my books there, all my research is there. So when I go live, just know I'm trying to get you some information. And when it comes to marketing, you must understand that this is not personal. This is business. They see numbers, numbers, numbers. Please tap in. Please understand there are marketing agencies out there. There are marketing agents out there. There are people that are marketing people's profiles. There are people reaching out to people all day to market. I know you see it. It's real. It's a real thing. Don't get it twisted. Just understand it's all bullshit. It's all a game. It all doesn't matter the minute you say it doesn't matter anymore. It only matters because you said it matters. That's it. And it only matters to you. I tell vegans all day long, that's cool. You want to be a vegan in America? Fine. You're not a vegan in China. Their whole country's ran on Kobe beef. If you go on the side of the corner and say, stop killing the cows, they're going to kill you. You're getting kicked out of the country. They do not play around in China. You're not being a vegan near the North or South Pole because they have to eat seal blubber to stay alive. So that's cool that you want to eat a cucumber salad, but if they not eating that shit out there, you got 3 days before you die. Are you eating the seal blubber or not? Well, there goes your fucking veganism right there. Boom, gone. You're not supposed to do yoga. If you believe in Jesus Christ, yoga is Hinduism. Stop being ignorant. Ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is fucking wrong death energy. Like, that is not good. Hinduism. Yoga is Hinduism. Why can't you wake up and stretch every day? In the dictionary, the man-made dictionary, you're allowed to tell yourself and read, I'm stretching. Stretching has a definition that we created as people besides a different religion. Like, we're not, I don't know about you, what you believe in, but yoga is Hinduism. Every one of those poses, you are putting another god into your life. Jesus don't play around like that. There is no other gods in life. If you believe about Jesus Christ, it's Jesus Christ, God, the Almighty, the one, the only. Jesus. Okay? You're not allowed to be playing around with Hinduism and shit. So y'all might think that's funny, cloud chasing for the Western society and shit. Oh my God, I do yoga every day. Well, damn, I just saw you on church on Sunday. So how fucked up are you? I don't want nowhere near you. Don't, whatever you're saying, whatever, no. You miss me with all that. It's going to go in an ear, out of ear. Because that energy is just, you're a big ass hypocrite. How you walking around being a hypocrite? So ignorance is not bliss. Trust me, being stressed, I say, is like holding an umbrella when it's not raining. We can see you. We can see the stress. We can see the pain. We can see the hurt. We can see it. So don't act like you just getting away with it just hurting. No. And when it comes to social media, the numbers, everything. I know if I can see when your profile was created and I know what your number is, which means I know where you went in society. Period. Not what you feel. Not what you've been through. What you've been through online. And what you've been through online, well, 9 times out of 10, that's the opportunities that you got in real life. That's why it comes down to marketing. If you want real life opportunities, what makes you think someone's going to reach down and pick you up if you're a giant liability? Be an asset. Be an asset. You cannot be the loudest in the room. You cannot go and say, let's help this cause, let's help this cause. If you're not the one they're looking at as the one. And the ones are considered what? They're considered the one with the highest number. That's the reason why we're all everyone's battling for these numbers. That's the reason why different countries have created this system to do what? Get rich off American fame. You want to be, you got 18-year-olds, 14-year-old, 15-year-old with 1 million followers walk around like they're famous. You go to work every single day, work your ass off, and you got, what, 3 likes? Taking this shit way too personal. First of all, you ain't even supposed to be working. Second of all, you're not supposed to be posting shit on Instagram for likes. This is a brand and business opportunity here. You put 40 cents behind your profile to hold your product, to screenshot, to send, to say, hey, sorry you couldn't get my live feed today, but maybe next time. Because you can only lie to someone who doesn't know the truth. So if I'm looking and watching at every person that comes in, you fuck up by not getting in my live feed because you do have no leverage. You have no leverage. When you walk into my gym and you're like, oh, I've been following you. I want all DMs. I have all DMs for 12 years. Every unread DM, every read DM, I've not deleted. It's there. So when you come into my facility, my wellness facility, you will absolutely have to pull your DM up and we will see where you started in the journey. I started in 2011. 2011. I'm 25,000 creations deep. 7 books, got 4 more on the way. Like, I'm writing shit for the airplanes. Like, I'm I'm way gone, way far. Joe Rogan does not want to put me on his podcast. That's for damn sure, because Joe Rogan needs the information, unfortunately. Damn right. So sit back and say, do I have information for humanity, or am I just using everything that's already been created in humanity? Because there's 180,000 people that's already been like you. 180,000 people on this earth before you. You're creating and using everything that you didn't create. Your cell phone, your car, your job, your everything. Your lights. Be grateful for everything that you're touching if you didn't spend your lifetime, the one life you have, to make something, create something for humanity. Because that's what I'm doing my entire life. I've been an entrepreneur my entire life. Not a single clock in, not a single job, not a single W-2, nothing. Zero. That's why you can't catch me. I have 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 till I die. Some of you cannot fathom how much time and energy that is. And if you could, you'd be burning through Netflix. I have not watched a single Netflix series. I don't play fucking video games. I don't know who the fuck the Marvel characters are. I've never been to a fucking concert. I've never been to a barbecue. I've never been to a strip club. I don't go to the club since I was 18 years old. You're not catching me. Nowhere near. I got 40 inventions, 7 movies, 15 TV shows. You're not catching me. You're not. Especially if you do not want to get educated on us being equal. And do you even understand how to be on earth as a human being? I don't give a fuck how many burpees you do. I don't care how much money you have. If I ask you what muscle does it take to put your arm straight down, and you don't tell me triceps, I know how much you know on this planet. If I ask you, what muscles are you using to actually stand up, and you don't tell me quads, I know every time you've ever walked, ran, and jumped, you are not consciously aware to connect mind and body to be powerful. That's what I do know. So that's why I can jump into any sport, because I know I can look at it. That's why it's not impressive. It's not impressive no more like magic. The magic trick is cool. Until you know the trick, it's no longer cool. It's no longer fun. Once you understand how to be on earth, in your body, all the actions that it takes to be here and do, you can do. You can do with very little training, because what you see someone doing is an action, which are muscle contractions that you can do if you understood. It's called the kinetic chain. On another episode of what in the actual fuck is going on. No, I'm just playing. I think 5,000 people just died somewhere. I gotta look that up. I just saw it. A flood or something. Yeah, there's a flood in some other country. What the hell, man? Dog, bird. Anyways. Don't waste too much time. We don't have too much time, alright?